What a bullish news that we have. Crypto reserve in the United States. XRP, Solana, and Cardano being made first, and then the Bitcoin and Ether. So if you go into Donald J. Trump on Truth Social, you can actually see how it came out. First, it was about XRP, Solana, Cardano, and then he added Bitcoin and Ether as other valuable cryptocurrencies. So the focus was on XRP, on Solana, on Cardano, and then it went on to Bitcoin and Ether. Now, think about it. The news is so bullish. Retail is coming back in. The retail surge for Bitcoin is slowly pushing back higher. Put it on a macro frame. This is what you see. Perfect. And perfect for what? This is your question. The retail liquidity is coming back into the market while the macro whales are trying to print a thank you card. Do you think that's going to happen? What are the odds for such? Yeah, you literally have to look at the most recent candle close. The daily candle close is, as you can see in front of you right now, in Bitcoin. The weekly candle close is like this. And what do you make of it? I mean, you literally have everything in front of you to make a decision. You're watching the daily chart of XRP. Watch the volume here. The day just started. It's been just 1.5 hours since the daily candle opened. What's the volume? Do you like it? And if you do, let me ask, who do you think is selling for such amount of volume? You put it on a 3-day chart. Watch. Did you invalidate the negative divergence? The decision is going to be very hard, guys. This is going to be the most important and difficult decision which you will make in this year for sure. Welcome to the Scientific Investor Family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Right now, all that you need is looking at the charts at the right way, in the right angle. With all of this bullish news, I would really love to see this guy going back above and breaching this trend line. If it does that, oh God, I'm happy. I'd be so happy to see that. Now, what if it doesn't? It goes back by history books. Now, this is one of those times where you saw the MACD and RSI showing you the guideline. Now, I'll pull the MACD here so you know what we are talking about. You saw this? There was an attempt, and watch the MACD. So when there was an attempt, the MACD showed I'm going to cross to the downside. RSI told, no, I'm bouncing back. And then what happened? The price went up. By how much? You measure that total move, that was like a 50% move to the upside. That was not small. Now look at the next time around. The RSI trying to attempt going back into the overbought territory. MACD saying, no, I want to cross to the downside. And there was a total of 85-90% move to the upside. Almost exact same scenario in the RSI, in the MACD. Let's see how much the price went up from the local lows. It's almost the same here, and that's 52%. Say it repeats 2021. Where is that going to be? 3.5. Close to that. Great. Perfect. Now, do you like it? If you didn't take any profits and your average is very low, or even at these breakout region, you are happy. I mean, you should be happy. Now, what's the trouble? You're looking at XRP to Ether here. You understand this? There's a 3-day chart. You pick up a weekly chart, the perspective does not change. So to Bitcoin, to Ether, it gives you one clean idea. Now remove those. Look at the total altcoin market. What do you see here? I mean, what do you recognize here with that lower high? What do you recognize at this point in here? So you don't agree? Okay. Total altcoin market is showing something bad. Now watch this. That's total crypto market. There the negative divergence get invalidated. I would have loved literally to see that getting invalidated with the weekly candle close and saying I'm going back up. But here we are testing that trend line for sure. There's a lot of bullish sentiment up here for sure, but the RSI is now dipping to 53. We talked about this in last 2 videos and you actually saw that. I mean, the last video, the weekly candle close video, would be in the Patreon, but I gave you all the details which you really have to look at in this market. Now, there is one huge thing which I want to highlight. Leonidas kind of gives you this idea. Every month on the 1st, the escrow comes in. But think about this. This time around, the escrow did not come out. I'm confused. So this month, 700 million XRP went back into the escrow. However, the 1 billion XRP that could be released on 1st hasn't released yet. Think about it. Think about it. So they know that if they put the supply out in the open market, it's going to dilute the price. Great. Now, I'm thinking about this. There was an agreement on chain for escrow. Every month on the 1st, you put 1 billion out in the market. If it's unused, you put it back into the market. How can you really change that? Is it an easy way to say it's centralized or decentralized? I'm concerned for such an event. If that's on the network, on chain, the decision should be made by the majority. And maybe I missed it, but I didn't hear any decision like that. Now, keeping the daily charts away, let's actually go into the macro charts to see if there is some big change. Let's pick the XRP, Solana, and Cardano and check them one by one based on what the President Trump posted in here. Now, first thing, it's XRP. Let's put it on a 3-day. Let's watch where the price action is. This is where you're watching it. We'll put it correctly. Don't worry. We're going to zoom in. We're going to see where exactly that tops align with. And this is where you are. You failed to break that to the upside. We talked about this many times before, so don't be surprised. Now go back into the weekly. If you're a weekly guy, align that with the weekly chart, and this is almost exactly what you are watching. You wanted to see that break to the upside. As of now, we have not yet done that. And the price is below the moving average in terms of RSI, right? The RSI moving average, it's below. Now, pick up Cardano. It ran like crazy the last day. And I think a lot of people would have taken a lot of emotional decisions in here. Think about this for a second. The price came back up to this point, but the RSI did not. You didn't get a lot of buying strength, but the price action went crazy. That shows you what? Sellers are stepping out of this asset. And I'm like, okay, fine. What can I see on a macro? Yeah. Then I go with the big picture and I'm watching this. Okay, if we manage to break through this, that gets confirmed. But the RSI and its divergence is still valid till this point. So that's the trouble. Here, Cardano can reach up to 72 in terms of 3-day RSI. and still get rejected. When everyone and their brothers are saying we are about to go parabolic, now the decision lies with you and me. If it's your portfolio, literally understand what the market is trying to put in front of you. So this is where the weekly candle closed, and you kind of see, whoa, 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 we wicked back in. That's a great thing. So let me zoom in to see what literally is happening in front of me. So this is a 3-day chart which has not yet closed. The candle close will come on the 5th, which is another 2 days. Can we close above this? And if we manage to close above that, in Bitcoin terms, where would the next resistance be? I want to be as accurate as possible. So I pick a line chart, and the price should be around $98,000. And it can still get rejected, saying the negative divergence is still valid. Now, let me put this onto a line chart on a macro. All of this bullish news, Bitcoin being added into crypto reserves of US. Why is the price still here? Why not here? Yeah, invalidating those highs. I mean, these are the questions which we have to ask and try to find an answer. Because if everything is bullish and everyone is bullish, why negative divergence on a micro chart? I mean, I was watching this, I was watching the 15-minute micro divergence, and I was like, whoa, I don't like it. I really don't. I was in XRP terms, actually. Yeah. And I had to take difficult decision, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. But in both ways, I'm happy. Because when you go in to the market, it says, okay, on a short term, with all of this bullish news, somebody's selling. I'm like, okay, I want to just zoom out. I want to directly go onto the monthly. What does that show me? Monthly negative divergence just got confirmed. Last time you saw this, weekly negative divergence getting confirmed, monthly negative divergence getting confirmed, a fake pump, a trap, and then you slowly grind back down. Now, it will take time to see what the market is actually going to do. But if you abide by the history books, you are literally watching each and everything that happened last time and the times before, and you will make a decision. Remember, when we were at the top, I told you we will drop, we dropped. When we were dropping, I told you as soon as the negative divergence is confirmed, you have a pump, which will be around 100%. That was the history, the biggest one. Now, here you are, the negative divergence got confirmed in here, and the price came back up close to 70%. That is not a bad move. I mean, you can understand the history books, it is still alive. So one of the most important decisions which we will have to take is this day. If you did not take any profits last time when the price was dipping and at 1.8, 1.9 or 1.75, if you thought I should have done that, that clearly argues you're not in a position to ride this for another 6 years to maybe sell at $10, maybe sell at $20. If that was not you, then cool, hold it through the volatility, buy more at the lows, ride it. Now, for me, the decision is very important, and I took a significant portion of this asset out. Maybe the market will prove me wrong, but I am trying to be disciplined. If it is like the history books, and this is a pattern historically seen, recognized, and acted upon, who do you think is going to act upon this? And what do you think is the measured move for such? And what would be that price drop? Yeah? If it comes to 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, will you be buying back? Or will you say it's a bear market? I'm not touching it. Because most of them are saying it's a bull market and it's about to go directly through the skies. But I'm like, I've seen this pattern before. Do you remember? No. Let me take that old thing, which is a rectangle, highlight that portion, go on to a daily, and give you guys what the asset did back then. We saw enormous amount of volatility in here, then a lot of chop, and then you did this. Now, what this? This is a ABC and then a panic drop. Do I like it? No. Why? Because this kind of a ABC and the micro ABC always confuses. And it's very, very hard to call these because the market can literally prove you wrong and people would start shouting at you. It does not matter what your intention was. It does not matter what the data set you were watching was. All that they care about is what the market is about to do. But that is exactly why I'm saying you need to make a decision now. And that decision should be based on everything you saw. Because each and every time when I listen something saying this time it's different, I look through the market to see if it is really different this time. If it is not, I have trouble. Because the candle which just closed showed there was a lot of selling volume. Yeah, and the price did come back down to this range and it went back up. But at the end of the day, who won? Was it the bears? Was it the bulls? And you see this. Put it on a line chart and it is clear for you. Right. So now, when you're making a decision, remember, long term from this point means another 4-5 years until you get a bullish divergence. If the market just witnessed one of the most bullish news, why are we still printing such a pattern? Now, can it go back up to 3.6 and still come back down? Yeah, that's the trouble. I mean, that's the market, right? It screws you. Yesterday, while all of this was happening, to make the right decision, I literally aged like 10 years in 10 seconds. But I believe those decisions which you take at the right moment defines you. Back in December 2020 and then March 2020, you go back, you watch who was saying, guys, I'm buying it here. Yeah, saying what was happening. There was a lot of people being super emotional saying, see, XRP, it's going down. I don't like it. Then again, SEC just screwed us. It's not going to work. Yeah, but the charts gave you the right idea. Now, watch these months or those weeks and go into your favorite YouTuber. Yeah, pick that date and watch those videos. If you see that they're saying it's about to go back up like crazy, oh yeah, you won. You got the right guy. If you go back in here, 16th March, the next week started 23rd March. So around 16th to 20th March, if there was someone saying this is about to go up. Now, even up to 30th March, if someone was saying this is the bottom, we're going up, that's your favorite YouTuber. Oh, that should be your real source of information. Yeah. Now go watch who was telling you to take some profits here. All of this kind of gives you some idea because the market is going to show you a lot of different stupid things. Meaning you go up here, watch XLM. Now I want you to be certain of whatever decisions you're going to make. So I'm picking you back into the history. This is XLM. You saw this pattern? I did, man. I did. The first one was the negative divergence. Yeah? You see this? And the negative divergence got extended. It came back up. And watch this. After the negative divergence was confirmed, the price went up 144%. But do you see the drop? That's why I call it a trap. 76%. The immediate drop was what? 65%. Now, keep this pattern in your mind keep this divergence in your mind. Come on back into XRP. In the present form, what do you see in XRP? This is a 3-day XRP chart. Do you see any similarity? So that's why I told you this guy can go back up to this point and still preserve its negative divergence. And if it does, it's a bad story. But now let's be practical. Let's watch the RSI on a 3-day chart for XRP. RSI is very, very close to this. So if the price has to go there, RSI needs to break through this. You got that? You got that right. Yeah? Now, put it on a weekly. The RSI still has some room. It can still bounce a little bit and then go back down. All of this is going to be confusing, guys. I know. Because you're watching everything, the micro, the macro. But the decision, if you're making it on a monthly, you know what that means. You definitely know what that means. You can pick up Bitcoin, you can pick up any asset which you want. But if you do abide by reality, you will not be flushed by the whales as liquidity pool. Now, I know it's going to be very hard. It's going to be very tough, but take the right decision, guys. In the SR family, I've been posting every single thing. When the price was doing all this and people were buying more, I wanted to give you guys the right idea, the right clarity. Because when you're making toughest decision, the most important decision, you need the right data set. So to be a part of it, join the Scientific Investor family or wait for a month and see whether you should have done that. If you received value, smash that like button. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.